So good evening, sir. I'm Shreyans Gupta, and today I'll be presenting my data visualization lab assignment. So throughout this course, I learned how visualization is not only about plotting graphs, but also about communicating insights and telling meaningful stories using data. So in this presentation, I'll be briefly discuss the concept I learned during the lab and my favorite visualization, then the importance of visualization in the today's AI-driven world, and finally, I will show you a data storytelling project based on a global GDP per capita trends. So this is the review of lab learning, includes all the things that we have learned throughout this lab and what are the plots we know and all. So this was the best visualization of my data visualization lab. And in the fourth lab, we were given a world map population data and we have to plot population. And here in the world data, there are some continents, five continents, and in all those five continents, there are countries, and in each countries, the population is represented by this tree map. So in this, uh, whenever like I have recorded it, so let me share it. Start. So you can see whenever I'm hovering over the India, it is showing the population. Whenever I'm hovering, I'm not just clicking, I'm just hovering over that country. It is showing the population. So it is an interactive one. And you will see in the world data, I clicked, then I clicked on Africa continent. Now in Nigeria, the population is showing, Uganda population is, then Ethiopia population is this. So like that, hovering over all the countries, we can see the population. So, and it is interactive like this. So now this time some other continent. This time Australia, New Zealand. So like that. Now moving on to the relevance of data visualization in today's AI-driven world. So in today's AI-driven world, data visualization has become extremely important because whenever we create a model, machine learning model, let's say, then before that we need to perform EDA, exploratory data analysis. And for the data analysis, we need to analyze the data. We need to understand what are the features are interdependent with each other. So based on that, we can decide which model should be best suitable for that. So in all these scenarios, we need to interpret the data and take the insights from the data. The more enhanced and the more correct it should be, it will be, the more prominent our model would be, and its accuracy will be more. So that is why we can see the data visualization has a great impact on all the AI-driven world, AI-driven models and ML models. Now, visualization that I admire. So this uh, plot I have taken from the internet, and I personally admired this because uh, it represents a brilliant combination of mathematics, orbital mechanism, and engineering precision. The spacecraft first performed multiple Earth orbit raising maneuvers to save fuel before moving towards Mars. The green path shows a highly efficient interplanetary system, and the engineers had to predict Mars' future position and perfectly time Mars orbit insertion burn allowed to the spacecraft to be captured the Mars gravity, and the final a perfectly timed the Mars orbit insertion allowed. And this mission was historic because India became the first country to reach Mars orbit successfully on its first attempt. So this is why this is very close to my heart. And then the dataset that I've taken for performing the EDA is uh, GDP per capita, and it has 217 countries, and it has the data from 1990 to 2023. So the countries are North America, Europe, East Asia, South Asia, and Sub-Saharan Africa. Sorry. Now I have performed EDA over that, and we can see that the future shows GDP per capita by region for the year 2022. The first major observation is the huge regional inequality. We can see the huge regional inequality. North America has a GDP per capita of around $54,000, while the sub-Saharan Africa is around $1,700. So why is it so? So for that we will see uh, the slide represents the time series analysis from 1990 to 2023, and from the analysis, several important insights can be come out. The first one is the wealth gap between the rich and poor regions, such as the North America and the Sub-Saharan region. And the COVID period also exposed structural economic inequality. The another important learning was that visualization choice matters. For example, using a linear scale can sometimes hide proportional growth patterns. So regarding AI, regarding this, we can see that South Asia, despite 6x growth, remains in the lower middle income bracket and suggesting that the relative growth does not automatically translate to prosperity. Like here we can see. And moving to the conclusion, so I have used AI tools to get the template for the presentation, but the massive improvement and the updation and modification I've done by my own, and the EDA performance and all these things I did, and then put the images over here. And at the end, I would say thanks for for teaching this course to us, so that we can learn. We are able to learn so many different types of the plots, and in future we will be able to implement these, apply these in our real life scenarios where we will be dealing with the real world data, and we can be able to get the insights over there. And it has this course has significantly improved my understanding for both the technical visualization skills and the effectively data interpretation. So I'm very fortunate to get this course, and looking forward to apply these all concepts in future. Thank you, sir. Thank you.